In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a smooth scrolling menu or an instant jumping navigation menu on your sales pages. Now, in the teardown video that we recently done, it was showing an Aweber page, and the navigation they used was this instant jump to menu. So when you clicked on one of the links, it jumped down the sales page to a different section of the page. Now I'm going to show you how you can do that inside OptimizePress. Now, the good thing is we actually already have the code pre-installed in one of our templates, and it's all there ready for you to use and play around with. So if you go inside the Create New Page area here and we scroll down, you're looking for this template called the long form landing page. Now if you preview this template, you'll see here on the template there's a little arrow, and if we click on it, you'll see it smooth scrolls down the page. Okay, so all we really have to do is take this template and we can work with the current script that's already installed in the template. So let's go back out and then we'll click on use this template, give it a name, and we'll create the page. And here's the page in front of us. And if we scroll down a little bit, we'll see this is the arrow section here, or the image. It's actually an image, this arrow. And you'll also then see this small piece of code here, which says AID section 2. Now, this is what's happening here is the code or the link in this image, this arrow image, is telling, the link is telling us to jump to this section of the page, like this ID section 2. And there's also a small piece of code inside the page settings area, which is putting in the animation effects, making it scroll. So if we just firstly edit this image, you can see the image is actually a transparent image here. If we scroll down a little, you'll see the link URL is just this, section 2. So it's using a hashtag or a pound symbol. It's the hashtag section 2. So that's all the URL is for this link. If I come out of there, go down to this next row, and this code here is added in the section called code above row. So if we click on the pencil icon, you can see that piece of code here, and here it is, look, code before row, and we've got AID section 2. So what's happening is the link from our image that I just showed you, the link URL is jumping down to this section 2 here. Now what we can do with these codes is just copy them and create other sections and different ID names. So for example, I could take this piece of code, if I take this ID here, if I copy it, if I go down to another row like this row here and open the pencil icon, I could paste in that code and I could call the section, for this example I could call it section 3, and then I could go and create another button on my page similar to this one, or even a text link which is linking down to section 3. Now if I go over to the page settings, we'll show you the code in there. It's in the other script section. Scroll down to the footer area, and you'll see here this is the code which is already installed. This gives the animation, the scrolling effect. There's a small piece of script and it's all there ready to install in your pages. You could copy this into any of your other templates. Okay, so you just have to come into this one, take a copy of it first, open up your other template, and come and paste it in. You put it into the footer section as shown here, and you're just pasting the code in, and then you'd obviously click update. So you need this script to give it the scrolling effect. Now I'm going to show you a page that I've already been working on. So let me just open up one of my other pages. I close this page down. I'm going to open up this page here in a new tab. And you can see here what I've done is I've created quite large text links across the top. So I'll open up the live editor just to show you the links. And this is just a 4-column row with headlines, and in the headlines I've just added in a link. So if I edit this one here, and if I click on the text and then click on the link, you'll see here this link is just using hashtag section 1. Okay, and that's the same. I've done it for section 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so it's just the same link. And then what I've done further down, I've copied, or I've changed it in the first one. So I opened up the pencil icon, I changed this to section 1. Then I went down to the next section, you can see it there, section 2. And then the next one, section 3. And then the last one here I put in or section 4 for this row. And I then also cloned this testimonial section again to the bottom, just so it actually scrolls all the way down. And what you'll find is on your last scrolling, or the one that's at the bottom, sometimes it doesn't obviously jump to where it should do because there's no more content to show at the bottom of the page. So let's just come out of this page. I've not made any edits, but I'll show you how it works. So this is section 1. If I click on it, you can see it just smooth scrolls down the page. If I go back up, section 2, there you go, it jumps to section 2, which is where these images were, and then go to section 3. Again, it's gone to the opt-in, and then section 4, gone down to the testimonials. Now, obviously, on your own pages, you would change these links to say something like, join customer testimonial or about us. And these links can be used on any kind of page. They're perfect for the sort of one landing page, or the one sort of page business site, which maybe, or like an event page where you have different like location information or courses and things that are going on at like one of your events. They're great for just having like a one-page example of content and being able to jump through the page without navigating off to another page. It's just sort of like an instant scrolling. Now, there's also a way to have these, rather than the scrolling effect, just to jump instantly. I'm going to show you that in the other page. I'll open up this one here. I've called this one Jump Scroll, for example. And let me open up the live editor. Now, for this page, I haven't included the script, the JavaScript that's in it. So I didn't need the JavaScript. What I've done with this is there's slightly different links. If I open up the first one here to show you, if I click on here, so I've left, it's the same for the actual link URL is going to be the same, section 1. So we've left that the same as they are, and that's the same for all of them, section 2, 3, and 4, or whatever your links were called. Usually you'd call it the section it was jumping to, maybe like about us or location. If I go further down here and we open up the first row, you'll see here it's slightly different. Rather than being ID, it's called name. So instead of ID, it's just called name. And that's the same for all of them all the way down. You can see it there and further down there. If I close down this page, and you can see it here in action. So before it was the smooth scrolling effect. If I click on it now, it's just an instant jumping effect. You might also notice the URL actually changes to the name of the section as well. So if I click on section 2, again, it jumps down instantly. Section 3 and section 4. So there you have it. You've got two ways to add these into your menus. I've used obviously quite big, bold links across the top here just to show you the examples. But you could use these in any way. They could be quite small across the top. You could use them in like a sticky type navigation that's stuck to the top, allow people just to navigate through that page. They're just quite useful for allowing people to instantly jump to certain areas of the site without having the need to go to another page and then come back to see something else related to that particular event or whatever it was you were promoting on your sales page. So there you have it, the smooth scrolling effect and the instant sort of jumping effect. Below this video, I'll show you some screenshots, how we've done it and other ways I've linked it up and the code that I've used. But to start with, all you have to do is jump in, get the long form sales page, exactly like this page here, and you can go and grab the code from it, the smooth scrolling effect code, and you can play around with it and copy it to any of your existing pages.